everybody, and welcome to the Witch's Cauldron. I am sorry I haven't been posting a lot of videos, but I've been trying to look for a space where I can do this project, and yay, I am very thankful to say that I was able to find such space. So, for all of you bartenders that are out there in quarantine, I hope these videos are going to be super useful and super wonderful for you guys because I am going to talk about agave spirits. Yes. So, for all of you guys that don't know me, I've been doing agave spirits for a very long time, and I have to be really honest and be really thankful to say that I was there in a way at the beginning of the industry, and that is something that I was able to see grow. And I say sort of at the beginning of the industry because I'm going to be talking a little bit about the history of agave spirits, and it's going to be a fight between tequila and mezcal in a little bit, but at the end, they are agave spirits. So like they say back home, zapatero a tus zapatos, which means shoemaker to your shoes. And I just want to share all this knowledge to you guys. So for all of you that like this knowledge about spirits and this knowledge about agave, please like and subscribe to either my Facebook page or my Instagram or the YouTube or whatever. And if you want to see the really silly side of me, you can also follow me on TikTok. Anyway, it doesn't really matter if you subscribe or not, but I do hope this video is useful to you guys. Again, it's going to be a series of videos about agave spirits. So let's talk a little bit about agave and the importance that agave had in the pre-Hispanic cultures. Agave, it was one of the main sources for the indigenous groups in what's now called Mexico and part of Latin America. It's one of the main sources of sugar. So when you cook the heart of the agave, you have this beautiful amber liquid that is so sweet and so savory. It has so many flavors, and it's just so complex. It's a little bit more complex that you would call molasses. So it has this sugar contents, but also one of the main things about agave is that it's not only sugar, and it's not fructose like other sources of sugar. It's a different type of sugar, which is inulin. It's a little bit more complex, chemically speaking, but also agave has probiotics. And there's a research being made by Patrick McGovern that he's looking for certain types of steroids in the feces, I'm sorry to be so blunt, of the feces of people that used to take agave spirits, and he's looking for this slight compound to prove that that agave was being used in those times as a main source of sugar. But this is the thing. This is the beautiful thing, that he's looking for certain types of steroids, which means that the sugars that agave has, they're going to bring you up. It's not going to be like the sugar high and sugar crush that you get from sugarcane or you get from beets or you get from other sources of sugar. This is really, really important because, again, the usage of agave in pre-Hispanic times, first of all, it wasn't a distilled drink, or in some cases, and we will talk about that later, about the history of the distillation process in the case of agave. Agave was mainly used as a source of sugar. Also, in the cases of certain varietals of agave, when you cut the pencas and you rasp it, you get something that we call aguamiel. And this aguamiel was a resource for children that had lost their mother. And this aguamiel, which means honey water, was compared to a mother's milk. It had nutrients. Well, it has nutrients. It has probiotics, and when fermented, it becomes the wonderful drink called pulque. That if some of you have had good pulque, you're gonna love it. If you had horrible pulque, you're gonna totally hate it. So be careful with pulque. Also, the agave plant was used, the pencas, when you cut them, it was used to make houses because of the way it is structured. When you cut the tip of the agave penca, you can pull it out and then you have a needle and a thread. And if you dry it out, if you dry out the penca, you have fiber that was also used to make clothing. Again, I mean, I have no idea what other plant in the world has so many usages. And of course, we can go into a lot of more intricate situations that have to do with agave, and I will in the next video.